there's no rite of passage for an actor quite like being on Law and Order, right? Every famous actor you can think of at some point was on Law and Order. The same could be true for Star Trek at a certain time in the film business. It's a long running show, and everyone and their brother has been on the show. And I finally booked a role on Law and Order. It's the first thing I've ever booked that filmed in New York City. It was the first thing I'd ever booked that came from my Los Angeles representation that I've had for a little while. And I was super excited about it. I immediately booked my flight to New York. I got a buddy up there I stay with. I went up there and I had the fitting. The interesting thing about where they film, I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's in it's a semi-touristy area, I think. I'm not super familiar with New York, but pretty certain. And you just walk through an unmarked door on the street and take an elevator up, and suddenly it's just like their place. I suppose it's possible someone could accidentally stumble upon it. It would be highly unlikely, but it was amazing, to be there where so much of this, history has been. I don't know how long they've been filming in that exact spot, but it was just super cool to be a part of it. Everyone made me feel welcome, and I had a great time. I improvised a line in my audition that kind of went against the way that the character was written in the script, and I liked it, and so I kept it. And the director told me he liked it, and they let me keep that in the what we were doing on the day. And that was, the scene was I was playing a hardened criminal who had killed someone in prison. I was already in prison serving life for murder, and I killed someone else in prison, and they wanted to know who put me up to it. I had just decided, this person, the part that I had added, this person is already in prison for murder. They're not offering to, help me in any way. They're almost threatening me. And I was like, why would this guy roll over? So I just didn't. There wasn't anything in the script saying I had to, but the character breakdown said I did. And so I just was like, they're like, you're going to tell us who did it. And the line I added was something to the effect of I laughed and went, oh yeah, is that going to happen? And it was great. I thought it was great. So I think being on Law and Order is a rite of passage. Another rite of passage as an actor is telling all of your friends that you're going to be on something like Law and Order, and then your scene gets cut. So I had two rite of passages, however it is, at the same time. It's the first time I've ever been completely cut out of something. You still saw my picture, but it was, I was fine with it because I had some other things coming out in short succession. One of those, I also got cut out of, I think, unless they moved it. I was in 911 Nashville, and originally it was supposed to be in episode 4, and they changed it to episode 5. It happens. I'm in something else, and I didn't see myself, and it's entirely possible they're shifting that around, so I don't know. Only time will tell. We shall see. But I thought it was funny. I just wanted to share. I know I'm rambling, but yeah, it was, it was amazing to be a part of. I still have the experience, and I'm sad that I didn't get to see it and can't put it on my reel, but what a phenomenal thing to be a part of. They did show my image. They showed a mugshot of me and said that I was not willing to tell everyone what happened. So maybe it's entirely possible that my added line and the way I kind of changed it ended up being the reason that I got cut. I don't know. But I'll never know. But the director liked it. He wasn't, telling me to change it in any way. So I don't know. Maybe when they got to editing, they were like, it doesn't make sense to keep it in at this point. Who knows? Or it just got cut for time. Either way, I love that I was able to be a part of it, and hopefully I could be a part of it again sometime since they cut me out. Or be a part of, apparently it's common that you could, once you're on Law and Order, I was on SVU, that you could be on the other Law and Order, or NCIS or FBI. I think a lot of them are, what's his name, Dick Wolf. A lot of them are his projects, so we'll see. I don't know, but it was nice to, break the cherry to work in New York. That was phenomenal. Hopefully I get to do it again. At any rate, chat with you guys later.
Love it.